Hey, this is Grant with Grant's Rock Warehouse, and today we've got a special episode. Well, they're all special. But I've got Marco from the Contrarians and Bret Peters on, and we are going to talk Kiss bootlegs. I know, it's hard to believe, but yes, we're going to talk Kiss bootlegs today. So, this is episode 33. Before we start, though, I'd like to just run a couple of things by everyone and just promote a couple of things. On Monday, Nick Esquire and I did a Cheap Bin episode. We went for about, a little over an hour just talking about our basic finds that we've had over the past week. That was a lot of fun. You can already check that out there. It's already up. Tomorrow, we are recording a They Might Be Giants show with Todd Evans and Bicycle Legs. So we're just kind of looking at the catalog, just discussing the band in general. Just, has anybody seen them live? Just a general discussion about the band. That's coming up tomorrow. And Friday is yet another Friday night chat. It's just open. Who knows who's going to show up? I have no idea. I'll be here, and no one else shows up. We'll just, we'll look at CDs or something. Hell, And then next week, Bret knows all about this. We're going to do a Kiss off the soundboard panel discussion and review. So we're going to look at all the 3 current soundboard recordings that they've put out. Just have a general discussion, which ones we like, which ones we don't like, what we don't like about certain things. We're just going to have a general discussion, and we're just going to just talk about it. And the other thing is, Bret, I didn't know if I mentioned this, but I do want to bring up that Destroyer box set, about that Paris show that they put on there. We'll be talking about that a little bit. And then I want to promote something that we did yesterday on the Contrarians. It was Martin, Marco, me, and Todd Evans, and we kind of, how should I put it? It was kind of like a Contrarians episode on, what shall we say, steroids. So we had 2 contrarian views, and then we had Martin and I on the other side, keeping things together, so to speak. But it was it was a lot of fun, and I don't know when that episode's coming up, but I'm sure it's in the pipeline, so look for that. So without any further ado, why don't we, gentlemen, get started? Bret, nice to see you today. Marco, how are you?
It's close.
Well,
I'm doing good.
I'm like on a promo tangent, so, I'm all worked up. Sorry, how is everybody tonight?
Good.
Doing great.
Right.
How are you?
I'm good. You guys ready to talk some Kiss bootlegs? Now, I would do an intro of Kiss, but anybody who's tuning in or will watch this ought to know who Kiss is by now. So we're just going to go with it, and I don't care who starts. This is pretty much it's your guys' show, so we're just going to go with it. I mean, Bret, do you want to start? Mark, either one. I don't care.
Marco, I feel like Marco should start. He's the one with the,
all right, Marco, you're
massive
up.
collection.
Marco, you're up. Oh, wait a minute. You're muted. Sorry. I don't know. I can't unmute you. Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Was I muted the whole time?
No. Because I
my
heard
bad.
you, and then you were
Technical
muted.
difficulties.
And then I was muting you and unmuting you, and we were doing it at the same time. So, hey,
Oh,
Marco,
okay.
why don't you kick it off?
Yeah, so anybody who knows me from the Contrarians, I used to have like a CD and vinyl collection and cassettes and all kinds of stuff, music stuff. I did regrettably get rid of a lot of my material things because, with CDs and stuff, I meticulously would take them out, put them onto like an MP3 player or iPod or something, put them back, and they would never get played again, and they would sit on a shelf, and they looked really nice. Had lots of UK imports, lots of rare stuff. So when I sold my collection, I actually got quite a decent bit of money for it. Sometimes I regret it, but sometimes it's like everything's gone so digital that, downsizing isn't a bad thing. And I listen to everything on Spotify anyways, it's all there for me. But one thing that I do like collecting is physical copies of concert performances. And I like to try to complete the concert performances available for artists that I like to collect. Like I have, I think, every one of the official Jimi Hendrix performances on DVD. I have every one of the official Elvis performances released on DVD, including bootlegs. For Kiss, it's the same thing. I have all of their released officially on DVD releases, concert performances, documentaries, all kinds of stuff, and on DVD. And I also started collecting bootleg stuff. Initially, it was VHS. My first Kiss bootleg, I think, was Largo 79 on VHS. I bought it from a record store for like $20. I had the legit copy of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. I also had a bootleg copy later because my legit copy was worn out. There's one.
There
Yeah.
it is.
I also had some Kiss Vision stuff. It's Kiss Vision, a visual biography, and it was like 73 to 79, and it was like an hour-long fan-made documentary type thing using like sound bites from radio interviews and photographs and images and clips and stuff like this. So I basically ended up getting into DVDs, and when I started collecting the DVDs, I started by purchasing them. And I started with these three. Sorry if I'm hijacking the show right now, but I don't have a lot of stuff to show. So
Marco, you're fine. You just go for it.
So
I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah, everybody remembers the Kissology DVDs that came out. I got all three of them. I didn't go nuts with the bonus CDs. I went to specific places to get bonus CDs, but unfortunately in Canada, it didn't matter where I went. Like I went to one specific place for a specific show, but I ended up getting the version of the set that I didn't want anyways. So I don't know if in Canada, they just didn't really care about the exclusive bonus content. I started off with purchasing these box sets. So these are the Unofficial Ultimate Kissology volumes. So I showed this on another show that I was on, but basically this has tons of stuff that's not on the official Kissology set. So volume 1 has stuff like Anaheim 76, Tokyo 1977, the Paul Lynde Halloween special, and a bunch of other stuff. It was the individual who I bought this from, they actually printed the labels of the DVDs. They all work. Some of these sets, this one, set 3, has 10 discs. And this is from 92 to 2004, I think.
I'm gonna have to take a trip up and start burning all these off of you soon.
Yeah, just message me outside of this, and I'll hook you up.
So I'm just curious. How's the quality on those?
Good. I mean, the quality is usually. Now, the thing with collecting Kiss bootlegs, what I kind of got weary of over a certain amount of time was usually you would get a version of a show, and then somebody would come along and they would actually do their own upgrading themselves, and they would like remaster or remix the audio and the visual, and it might be a better quality version, and that would come out. So a lot of times I've actually replaced the discs. I don't reprint the sleeves. Some of my discs, for example, I have a copy of, and all my stuff is right here. I've got a bunch of DVDs. I've got a chest full of DVDs. But for example, I'm going to show you one. So this is New Jersey, 1976, the Destroyer Tour. It's in black and white. You can find it on YouTube.
I've seen that one before.
Yeah, so the initial version that I had on disc had this set list. At some point, I think there was some new footage that was released as part of the show, and this set list had been expanded. Now, I didn't reprint the cover. I'm not that much into Killing Trees. I already have a cover. It doesn't say the full set list on the back, but I know what show it is. I had to reprint the DVD, so there's just a new DVD. I don't have labels on my DVDs. I haven't gotten that far.
Is that the bootleg where it's filmed from side stage? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
No, okay. This is a black and white show.
Is that from Is that from Winterland? I'm just curious. I don't know, but you know what? Like you get on YouTube, there's a lot of Winterland shows.
The Winterland was a classic.
So I've got, this is New Jersey 76. This is Winterland 75.
Oh,
so this is in black and white as well. This is a different Pro Shot show from early Kiss. You can look it up on YouTube. Okay. But you'll see on the back here, approximate running time 45 minutes. So the version that I have is actually more than that because, again, it had been re-upgraded and new songs were found and this and that. So I've gone back and replaced some of my DVDs. I kind of slowed down on doing that stuff. To me, it's like if a new version comes out and it's Dolby Digital, blah, 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 point whatever, and I already have the show, but it's the same set list, I'll probably just skip it. You know what I mean? Because it's just, it gets to be too much for me, but I've got a ton of stuff here. And that's the Winterland show that you folks are talking about.
I like the cover of that.
Yeah, I love printing the covers. I also have colored DVD cases. So I try to colorize them as well.
Mhm.
So for each tour, just in my brain, it works out that for each tour, I try to get one down for each color. If you look at my creatures set, they're usually the cases are like pink or purple. I try to match the color of the covers.
Wow.
So here I've got Sao Paulo, Brazil. This is the less famous performance. The most famous is Rio de Janeiro, which I also have. And this is Montreal, Canada, 1983. This one was audience shot, except for Creatures of the Night, which was shot, I believe, on a local news station. So that song is performed with professional video quality. But the rest of the show is audience shot from a famous pair of bootleggers, and they were French-Canadian, and they filmed a few shows, including Montreal and the Lick It Up tour the next year in Quebec, which I also have on DVD. But those are a couple of examples.
Do you have Marco? Do you have this one?
Here's the Rio de Janeiro.
This
I do,
20th,
yeah.
Yeah, 20th anniversary.
The set version of all the media stuff.
Yeah,
I do. It's on a white DVD case.
yeah.
So
No,
this
mine's
is-
black. But yeah.
So this is like my creatures collection. So with the color of the cases,
Holy
it's kind of
crap.
cool
Mhm.
to have them sitting on the shelf or whatever with the different colors and by date and stuff like that. So you could pick a tour or an era, and I could pull out shows. Here's some Lick It Up stuff.
Oh my
So
god.
it's like gray, orange, different colors of orange.
Lord Almighty.
There's Madrid, 83. There's Essen. This one, 83, is filmed from the side of the stage, and the whole show is just the side. You don't even see, where is it, Essen? You don't even see Eric Carr in this. It's just mostly from Gene's angle and just the front of the stage. And then here's another. This is the Quebec, Canada show, which was the same guys that filmed the Montreal show. And they filmed other stuff. I think they filmed Motley Crue. I think they filmed Bon Jovi.
Mhm.
But you guys, I mean, like, you could name a year and I could pick stuff out and show you.
Yeah, I remember when was it? I think last week you had sent me the list of all the bootlegs that you owned, and it was just massive.
Yeah, here's some Dynasty stuff and Unmasked. See how I got the yellow? Just matches. It just makes sense in my head. Here's Dynasty. It's pink. Different
I
kinds
absolutely
of
love
pink.
Yeah.
that. I love
Dynasty
everything
would-
about that.
Dynasty would be pink. Yeah.
They just look cool. They look legit until you open them
I
up.
thought
I mean,
that they were legit.
Yeah.
you open them up and then it's like that's my handwriting, you know. Like, but they all work. I've watched a lot of it. There's so much footage. I haven't seen every single thing I own, but there's lots of stuff I have seen a lot of it. Especially the 70s and 80s stuff. I think I've seen the most of. There's lots of stuff from the 90s. Yeah, that's a good question because I have been following that a lot, and actually I'm in the process of I own the shows that are on YouTube. As soon as they go on YouTube, people grab them. I own all of it in my own as digital files. I haven't gotten around to putting them into DVD cases with covers and stuff like this, but there are covers. I actually created my own covers, and I've been sharing them in my bootleg circles, and people have been grabbing my covers. I've actually created some of the covers in here that people have actually circulated. So
He has a good point, though. Do you think that maybe some of that, I mean, should we get up there and grab it now before it's gone? Because they could pull it.
it's
I
already
don't know.
grabbed. If you
Well,
want
yeah.
to grab it, but it's already gone. Like everybody has it now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know. Yeah,
Are
I guess
they-
it's
wait.
always, once it's out there, it's out there.
Has stuff been taken down?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay.
Well, you
Yeah.
never know when Kiss is going to go out, and, you know, that the quality of it's very good, so.
Yeah, I know that the individual who's uploading them does have them in a better quality, but he's uploading them. It all seems to be uploaded at 480p,
Oh,
which isn't the greatest.
no.
But I think the idea is to get it out there, and I don't know all the drama that's going on behind the scenes. I've heard some things, but I can't really speculate too much because I don't know the ins and outs of it. But if you look around, you can look into why this is happening, or at least there's theories, and you can just look at the video descriptions, and some of it's a little clear.
The name of the guy who's attached to a lot of the videos, Kurt Gooch. It'll say at the beginning, he's the guy that put out that Kissology Forever book.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, that's right. There's something involved with him, and it seems like a video collector who has a lot of rare stuff. They have. The story is that I guess they paid a lot of money and found out it was also sold to other people, and I guess, became disgruntled and started uploading it. I don't know the story. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's accurate, but I mean, it's a treat for us Kiss collecting fans because there's some of this footage we didn't know existed or debated if it existed, and now we have proof. So,
or at least seen like little bits and pieces, like the clip of them playing that outside show. Like I have always seen clips of like little bits and pieces of that documentaries and stuff like that. Like I'm pretty sure I was watching the Kissology documentary that A&E did, and they had like clips from that show in there. So to see just be able to see a lot of this stuff in full now is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's people are debating like what are we going to see next and what's going to be released next, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff we'll never see.
Yeah,
lots of lost footage, you know.
Yeah, but it's just crazy because it's like you see all the like, cause some of that stuff is pro shot, so obviously it came from like the in-house recording, you know, studio or whatever it is. I'm just surprised, like there's so much stuff out there that you think, because they like to put their name on everything and they'll do anything to make a buck, that they just haven't released more of these videos. Like we had the first 3 Kissologies and everybody's still waiting for Kissology 4, and then Gene pretty much came out and was like, oh, it's not worth it. You know, if VH1 wants to do it, they can do it, but we have nothing to do with it.
But look at this footage, like this stuff they just put up. But then you go to the Destroyer box set that's got that audience recording from Paris. Now, you guys know that there are much better recordings out there than what they gave us. I love the Destroyer box set. I think it's beautifully done. But if you're going to throw a live track, a live concert, give us a soundboard recording. That's the only thing that pisses me off about that set.
Yeah, I think a lot of this probably has to do with legalities of what they're allowed to release and what's not going to cause trouble.
Well, I heard that the next on the soundboard thing is going to be from 77.
Yeah, Des Moines, Iowa, 77.
Very cool.
There has to be more out there from 76. I mean, come on. But that's kind of going off the track, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Pisses me off. Well, it does. The Destroyer box is $200. Come on. You know.
But to answer your question about them releasing the video themselves, I don't think it is worth it for them because I mean, most hardcore video collectors have the stuff already, and a lot of this has actually been retooled by fans, and it actually ends up being better quality than some of the stuff you'll see on the Kissology sets, and complete. Wow. There's some performances on the Kissology sets, especially the bonus discs, that are not the complete performances. Yeah. But I have the actual performance completed elsewhere other than the Kissology set. But I don't think it ends up being worth it for them. And you know what? Like over the years, when you look at all the stuff they've put out, the Kiss My Ass video, home video, the Kiss Exposed,
Confidential,
all of the stuff that they were putting out, they were putting all kinds of old footage on those. Then they went like nuts with the Kissology sets. And now DVD and physical stuff is kind of passé, and I think it probably isn't worth it to do it.
Or at least digitally, you know what I mean? Like
they could honestly, at this point, they could have their own like Kiss Plus channel. Like Disney.
I was just about to say that they could have their own streaming network if they really wanted to, with the amount of stuff that they have access to. You know, Gene always loves to talk about how much stuff they have in the vaults. You know,
and the hardcore fans, if they released it, I know they'd buy it.
Oh yeah,
I would.
It's like the Beatles. Like they just put out the Get Back movie, now. Right? They just put out the Get Back set. And if you go all over Facebook, all these freaking Beatle fans are buying it like crazy. You know, and Kiss would be the same way. You put out a concert from '77 or whatever. I'm just saying, legitimate, beautiful transfer, restore it to some degree. I mean, they can make some of that footage back then look great. Look what Peter Jackson did with Get Back. That was 16 millimeter footage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just saying. The and the Kiss fans would eat it up. Oh my God. Destroyer Tour, beautiful copy from there. Just saying.
And some of the 76 stuff that's been released recently has actually been pretty good quality. I just watched the one the other day that it's I think it's from Anaheim. And it's the alternate angle of the Flo and Eddie intro, which like I said, I know for a fact I've seen that performance, but it's just, I guess what makes this one rare or whatever is that it's filmed from a different angle.
Right. That's a really cool one. And I watched that one in its entirety too. Like just
Uh-oh.
Oh, lost him.
Uh-oh.
Hey, was that me or was that everyone?
Well, you disappear. Well,
Yeah.
you quit moving, but I
Yeah.
can hear you.
The Anaheim show, I
Okay.
watched that in its entirety. And what's cool about that one, I do have that show with the pro shot footage or whatever, it's complete. But the cool thing about that is it's worth it just for the end. After Black Diamond, I think, when they do all the fireworks and all the stuff, just to see the stage lit up, because there's not a lot of images of the full Destroyer
Oh,
set the way that you see it at the end of that. So it's cool to see live footage of the whole stage with those big towers and the lightning bolts and the kiss. They didn't do the lightning bolts like that after that tour. And they kind of like the Love Gun set to me is iconic, but there's so much footage and images of that. But there's not a lot of that Destroyer set. So it's cool to see it for that just that one piece at the end, to see that. That was really cool. And to see it because, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, what were you going to say?
Just to see it from that angle, it's almost like you're in the audience from the time.
Yeah. And you kind of get a glimpse of it in the black and white rehearsal footage that was put out.
Yes, correct. Yeah, which is cool.
Which I remember seeing the performance of Making Love from that rehearsal. It was on the Kiss My Ass long form video. So when you had sent that to me and you had said it finally been released in full, I watched that. I was like, this is amazing. Just like getting to see them do a full like in costume test run, but then them doing it in just regular street clothes in like some warehouse somewhere. And I think Gene's wearing a cowboy hat for some reason, which just made me laugh.
Yeah, and it's funny too because with that footage, I have some rehearsal footage somewhere in these DVDs. But I remember asking somebody, a bootleg guy, a long time ago, like if he had any of that rehearsal footage, because I had seen some of it as well, probably from the same clip that you did, and he had said, "Oh no, it doesn't exist." So it's just funny that now a 2-hour clip of rehearsals has come out.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people would say like, "No, that doesn't exist," because they don't want anybody else to have it except themselves.
Right.
And, I do know that a lot of bootleg collectors are like that sometimes. They want to keep the good ones to themselves.
Right. There are some folks who are considered, I guess, hoarders, and they don't. It's like more, I guess, a more exclusive group of traders. They only trade amongst each other because they have the rare stuff that this individual on YouTube is starting to upload now. So. Those who uploaded may want to wire up.
Some of the stuff was already edited and worked on. What is?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's pretty anonymous. He doesn't use his real name. I don't know if they'll catch him.
Yeah.
Like, it's so easy to do stuff on the internet.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, there's already so many bootlegs up there. If you go on YouTube, like, I don't really think, unless something comes out that they didn't want anybody to see, which I don't know what something like that could be. I don't really think they're going to be taking any legal action.
Who knows? I don't know. Time would tell. I don't know. If anything, they'll just pull it off. Probably nothing will happen.
Yeah, I usually check, like, I've been checking every other day just to make sure things are still up. But it's like I'm a part of a group with Marco for bootlegs, and I know a lot of those people have already grabbed them and uploaded them, to a drive, so that if they do get taken down, people will still have access to them.
They're already out there. Yeah, as soon as they went up, they got taken.
Yeah.
They got downloaded.
Yeah, they're all on Pirate Bay probably.
Yeah, but there's lots of footage that folks are speculating that they hope exists, and stuff even before this. I remember a year or two ago. It's on my Dynasty set now. Like if you look at the back, it doesn't include it because I've re-uploaded this now, or I've re-downloaded it and reburned it. But about 2 years ago, there was some very rare Dynasty footage that came out. It's about 15 minutes. I think there was some performance footage of like King of the Nighttime World and stuff like this. And a lot of backstage footage. Kiss meeting fans and Kiss kind of walking around backstage. It's on YouTube. It's been up there for a couple of years. But that was something that when that came out, everybody kind of clamored for it because it was rare. And it was. So I think you'll still see stuff kind of slip through the cracks over the next few years if it's not this individual who's uploading stuff. I just don't know what or when or whatever. But you'll probably see some more stuff because that was something rare that came out. I know that there's a very famous interview Kiss did around the time of the Mike Douglas show. All 4 members went on TV and did a Kiss interview, and there's images of it. It might have been a Canadian show, but it could be wrong. But there's a very famous interview. You'll find images of it. Can't remember the name of the show, and it has all 4 of them from that Mike Douglas era. So from like 74, maybe early 75, where they're in that kind of like hotter than hell era of the way they're dressed. And that footage is never surfaced, and that's something that people, I think, say have been lost or it was destroyed, but there's images of it. So that would be really cool to see a television interview with all 4 members from that Mike Douglas 74 era. So that would be really cool.
Could be criminal or at least civil. They have a pretty good idea of who is involved. Well, yeah, you know, if like I said, the fact that name is attached to a lot of the beginning of those videos, I had heard from somebody that apparently he is that guy is in some hot water in terms of, you know, just I guess because his name's attached to it, they're going to assume like, okay, well, what do you have to do with this? So, but there was actually, I was just looking, there was 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 4 things that were released today on that YouTube page. We got a Kiss from Detroit in 74. We have a rare unearthed pro shot from 92. We have outtakes from the Shandy video, and then this is actually really cool.
That's
it's
cool.
only 56 seconds, but it's a clip of Kiss from the Palladium on the Unmasked tour 1980, which was Eric Carr's very first show with the band.
So is that what's on your Unmasked? You only have like the one Unmasked?
No, I've got 2 shows. So I've got this media collection, and I think there is some Palladium like 8mm or 60mm footage that might be silent. I've seen some of that stuff float around, but that's my media collection. And then I also have Australia 1980 floating around somewhere. Yeah, right here. So that's the Australia show that they did.
Nice.
Now, Marco, is there anything? Because you have so much, so I don't know if you'll even have an answer for this question, or you may. Because you have so much, is there anything that you know that's out there that you don't have that you want to try and get your hands on?
Honestly, not really. There's a lot of stuff I don't have. My collection goes up to about the year 2000, 2001. And then I just have some sporadic stuff after that. Like I actually have the Kiss. I've got a set of Kiss Cruise. Can't remember what year it was. It's in here, but it's tight in here. I do want to pull it out because I know you folks like to see stuff. Just give me 1 sec.
No, you're fine.
It's a set of Kiss Cruise, I think 9. It's 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's the set with the one that Ace was on, Ace and Bruce.
That was the one I was on. That was 2018.
So there's a bunch of footage on here from that, like some of the Q&As and some of the indoor shows and the outdoor shows and the different acoustic sets and stuff like this. So
I would love to watch those just to see if I could find myself on those.
That would be, you probably might catch yourself somewhere, but they have a set like this. This is 4 discs, and there's a bunch of footage on here. They have a set like this for every Kiss cruise. I only have this one just because Ace and Bruce were there, and it was kind of like a big Kiss cruise. So that's why I have that one. I think it might even have that Vinny performance from the pre-Kiss party,
which I was at. I was at the. Yeah, I was at that pre-show, and then I had met Vinny earlier in the day at the meet and greet, and that was that's a whole other episode in itself. But that was a very interesting day.
Yeah. So like, to answer your question, there's a lot of Kiss Cruise stuff. There's lots of filmed performances from post 2000. I only have a handful. I've got like a show from the Monster Tour, a show from the Sonic Boom Tour. I think I've got some Japan stuff from like 2015. I have some of the Farewell Tour stuff on DVD, like the End of the Road Tour stuff. But most of my collection, I think, is fairly complete in terms of what's been circulated from pre-2001. After that, it's just handfuls of stuff because it's too much, and like
do you have the show where they played as a 3-piece on the Rock the Nation tour when Paul got sick?
Oh, and Gene had to take over?
Because I'm pretty sure there's a bootleg of that circulating. I'm not sure if it's video or if it's audio.
I think I've seen some of that on YouTube. I'm not sure, but I do have a show where Peter Chris's drum tech filled in.
Oh, okay, yeah, that
From
was
from the
that was-
reunion or the Psycho Circus tour, somewhere around there.
that was the reunion tour. Yeah, that one I know that one's on. That's readily available on YouTube.
Yeah, here's some of my Psycho Circus stuff. The coolest one that I have for this is this show. This was actually the first show I ever went to, and this was audience shot.
Mhm.
So I actually created the cover for this because there was no cover for it. So this was the first cover I ever made for a DVD. It's not the greatest. It's kind of simple.
Well, it looks
whatever.
pretty good to me.
But what's cool about this is it's like that was my first show, 1998. I was 10 years old, and I have a video of the first concert I ever went to. So that's really cool. And I actually watching it, I remembered some of the stuff that had happened that night. So, because I remember somebody was shining a laser light, and Paul called him out.
Oh, he got pissed.
Yeah, he
I've
got
seen
mad,
that.
and I remember I remember that because I remember telling people the next day at school, like, oh yeah, Paul like swore at this kid who had like a laser pen. You know what I mean? And so it jogged my memory. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that happened at that show. That's some Psycho Circus stuff.
I would love to try and see if there was a bootleg of the first time I saw them.
Yeah.
December 28th, 1996.
Oh
I
wow,
saw
what
him in
show was that?
'98.
That was the reunion tour.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember
So
what
it was-
city it was?
Oh yeah, Nassau Coliseum, Long
Yeah.
Island, New York.
I
know you
lots of
have-
stuff from '96.
I know you have a bunch of I know you have the garden shows from that tour, which my parents were at. I think they played like 5 nights. I think my parents went to 4 out of the 5 nights or something like that.
Yeah, this is just some of my reunion tour stuff. There's lots.
Yeah.
Post '90. There's lots of Hot in the Shade stuff. There's lots
Yeah.
of Revenge stuff. There's lots of mid '90s convention tour stuff. Like I've got like 3 or 4 box sets of just convention tour stuff. The Q&As, the acoustic performances, the floor tours, like lots of footage from interviews and stuff like that. This isn't even all the reunion stuff I have.
Yeah.
Here's more reunion stuff. Like this is all '96 stuff. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
like there's a
Good
lot of '96
Lord
stuff.
Almighty!
Yeah, Sweden, Cleveland, Ohio, Tiger Stadium, St. Louis, Underground Masters. What's this one? Live in Dallas, Texas, '96. Phoenix, '96. Halloween collection. Live in Argentina. Yeah, I've got lots of '96 stuff. '97 as well. Los Angeles, San Jose, Los Angeles again. I guess it was a different night. Texas, Stockholm. That's all '96. Mostly '96.
Yeah, I saw him in '98 in Columbus. It was great. Holy crap! If you shut your eyes, you swear to God it was 1978.
This is the one. I think this is the one that Peter did not play on. Columbus, Ohio,
Georgia.
'97. I think this is the one that the roadie played. I could
I
be
can look it
wrong.
up right now.
Yeah, this is another cover I made. I made this.
Yeah, I know
cover,
Peter on the one in '98. He was all there.
Columbus, Ohio, '97. I could be wrong. There's so much of this reunion and Psycho Circus and farewell tour stuff. I've got I could pull out a whole nother stack of 2000 shows, 99, 2000s. My favorite stuff is the early stuff, 70s, 80s.
Well, of course.
There's so much from the 90s. I'll show, here's just a couple of examples. I've got a bunch of these sets. These are a couple of examples of the convention stuff. So 95, 96. This one's Phoenix, Arizona. This one's California. So again, you open it up. There's several discs in here. Burbank, Burbank 2, Burbank 3, Unplugged Miami. So there's other stuff as well.
Hi, Mom. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Mrs. Peters.
We're being very
Wow.
good.
We'll have Bret home at a decent time.
That's right. He won't be out too
Yeah, well,
late.
my parents brought me to my very first show.
That's amazing.
I think I was 7. I was 8, either 7 or 8, and my sister was 5. And they
Your
brought me.
parents are the best.
Well, my parents
very-
took me to see Foreigner and Ambrosia.
Nice.
In fact, my mom, before I could drive, we went to shows all the time. They were very supportive of all that.
Yeah.
Here's some like revenge era stuff I have. Like not just performances, but here's Phoenix, right? Not just performances, but even like, oh, here's an interesting one. Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve.
Oh, okay. I've seen it. It's the full thing?
There's a bunch of stuff on here. Sound check, back pre-show footage. Like there's uncut performances. So that's what I like, the ones that have like a variety of things on there as well. Here's the 25th anniversary media collection. So I think, Kiss Vision, I guess, put out like you can see Kiss Vision's little logo on the back there.
Well, that's cool.
They put out a set for almost every tour. There's like a media set. This one's 3 discs. But I think Kiss Vision is the one that put out that Creatures set that you have, Bret.
If it is, this doesn't say it because it's there's Japanese text on it. So this may be a duplicate, but I believe the Kiss Visions did the Phantom of the Park bootleg I have.
Yeah, there's just some Revenge stuff. There's lots of stuff from Revenge. So that 92 show that circulated today, very cool. Like I love to see shows surface. But from that era, there's lots of stuff.
Yeah,
lots of Revenge stuff, lots of Hot in the Shade stuff. I have like a set somewhere. I haven't even done a cover for it yet. I also have a book. I don't have that book. It's one of those DVD books. You can flip through it. And there's a bunch of stuff in there that I just haven't put into cases and made covers for. But yeah, Asylum is another one. What was really cool about those dumps was the Asylum footage that came out, because there's not a lot of pro shot Asylum footage. In fact, there's not much at all. This is my Asylum stuff. This is mostly audience shot. So there's like New York 1985. This one is just Asylum live. It has, I think, a couple of shows, Texas, and 2 shows from Texas that were audience shot. This one is Crazy Nights era. It happens to be in there by accident, but Asylum World Tour. I think this one is a compilation of things, and there's a bunch of different performances, mostly audience shot, but I believe there's 1 or 2 songs that were filmed from like a local news crew. So the video quality is professional, but there was not an entire Asylum show, I think, that was filmed pro shot, but we saw what surfaced recently was, I think, about 50 minutes of an Asylum pro shot show.
Yeah, and
which
it
is
looks
really
like
cool.
It looks like it's like bits and pieces that they were using, like, advertisements and stuff like that, or at least like music videos.
There's some more Asylum stuff. So yeah, for pretty much every tour, I have one of the, at least the early like 70s to the 80s stuff. I have one of these like media collections, and it's like a bunch of interviews and stuff like that, and performances like on TV, even lip sync ones and stuff like that. But yeah, you're probably right, Bret. Some of that stuff probably was used in a music video.
What do you have from the Crazy Nights tour? 88?
Well, some of the stuff is not in order, so I actually just pulled something up. Yeah. This is live at the Spectrum. I think this is on one of the Kissologies. This is 87. Bang Bang U's on there. See that? Like also, when I was showing you the Kissology, the Ultimate Kissology sets, they have stuff on there as well. So like on here, I think there's like which one is it? Monsters of Rock 88, Germany, full show. Okay. So there's stuff like that. I also have some other stuff here from Crazy Nights. This is some more Crazy Nights stuff. So this is 88, Richfield. England, 88. Japan, 88. So yeah, there's lots. 88, the Ritz. 87, Toledo, Ohio. There's lots of, from the late 80s on, there's lots of stuff.
I was technically at the show at the Ritz.
Nice.
Yeah, my mom was pregnant with me.
Very cool.
So you were there. Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
That counts.
Here's another one I don't have a cover for. Asylum 85, Dallas. So some stuff I haven't finished. Here's a set of Japan stuff. So this is, I haven't put a cover on this one yet, but this one is Japan 2001. I made this set myself. Japan 2003. I didn't film this footage. I'm just saying I kind of packaged this myself.
Right.
Japan 83 or 2003, Japan 2004, Japan 2004 2, Japan 2004 3. I think that's 3 different nights. Japan compilation 2015. So this is like just like a little Japan box set that I made from the 2000s. I haven't put a cover on it yet. But there's lots of stuff here. I've got tons of stuff.
Holy mackerel.
Lots of stuff.
So Peter Jones, his first show was at Chicago Stadium, January 22nd, 77. He had backstage
nice.
passes for the entire show and watched from stage right.
I remember when we did a Contrarians episode.
Yeah.
We did a Contrarians episode a couple months ago. He talked about that.
Yeah.
That story. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I thought he mentioned that before.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine?
These are all the shows from 77. So now the Japan show from 77 that circulated, I've not put it in my collection yet, but I sent you, Grant, a DVD cover of it that I'm going to make into one. But here's my 77 shows. Summit 77, both nights. They got red cases because it matches the cover because it's my brain. Largo 77, Rock and Roll Over. This was Rock and Roll Over, but it's 77. Live in Detroit 77.
I like that.
Live in Tokyo 77.
Ooh, that's great.
So this is actually from the night of the stuff that circulated. That stuff that circulated was in the afternoon. This was the night show.
Oh,
so that had already
they did 2 shows.
Yeah, New York 1977. So those are all my 77 shows. See how the colors are different?
It's very Rock and Roll Over.
Yeah, some of these are Rock and Roll Over tour, and some of these are. This is the Summit stuff is Love Gun tour, right? The iconic Love Gun stage.
So the show that Peter, I guess that would be Rock and Roll. Well, wait a minute. January 77. Would that still be Destroyer? What would that be?
No,
that'd be Rock and Roll Over. 76, early 77.
I got Rock and Roll Over here, February 1977.
Yeah, so that he saw Rock and Roll Over.
So what he saw is probably a similar set list to this.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, Peter Jones. Yes, Rock and Roll Over. Wow.
Yeah, so I got
That's
tons.
amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun seeing all of it too. I don't have it up in shelves. I have it in a chest because there's so much of it and I don't have shelves for it. But I would like to put it on shelves one day, and just like a little library, pull out shows from time to time. Again, I've seen most of the footage from the 70s. Actually, I think everything from the 70s I've seen, and then a lot of the stuff from the 80s, and then some of the stuff from the 90s, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
I mean, I know this is obscure, and there wasn't much from the Elder, but are there any Elder boots out there of anything?
Yeah.
I mean, what would there be?
So this is a media collection.
Yeah, that's the one I was just about to bring up. It has like the performances from Fridays, Solid Gold. They did an episode of Flo and Eddie, I think, on that tour as well for that whole thing. Yeah, it's all the cerebral palsy telethon. I forgot that they had done that.
Cerebral palsy. Yeah. Tour. There's Flo and Eddie. There's Fridays. Yeah, the same things that you just mentioned.
That'd be cool.
And I think I wonder if the one that I have, this media collection, has the promo for I that circulated.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it says I promo at the bottom. I promo video.
Is that the one that was finally released last year? Is that the one where they're performing it and Ace isn't with them?
You know what? I'm not sure because this says 2018, and I think that I promo video circulated more recently than 2018.
Yeah.
But again, I might have burned this DVD if it included the I footage and then just not reprinted the sleeve. So some of my stuff I've reprinted or reburned a couple of times.
Yeah. Because I remember when that first, the video that came out like a year ago, the one where they're playing for all these people, it kind of looks like, what did they say? It looks like the Fortress of Solitude. I remember that footage had circulated, and there was a reel of it being sold on eBay back in like 2014. And whoever had that reel was asking a dumb amount of money for it. Like, I'm talking like in the thousands for that reel. And I guess because of that, why it was eventually released for free.
Yeah.
Hey, Martin, how's it going?
Hey, Martin, thanks for checking in.
Yeah, thanks for checking in.
Martin. But yeah, here's a show that I like, The Stone Pony. 1990. This is like a club show.
Yeah, the Stone Pony.
Yeah.
The Stone Pony's a venue in New Jersey.
Right, New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's an interesting set list. You can see the set list there. They do some interesting stuff on it. Come On and Love Me, 1990. Hide Your Heart, 1990.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's like a glove. Yeah. Susanna, yeah.
I have some club footage from like 92, like the Revenge era club footage. This one's cool. This is London, Ontario, and I think my aunt was at this show. This is London, Ontario.
Yeah, I like that.
That's Canada. One camera concert. Oh, this is cool. So this is it's called Exposed 2, and it's this a set of bootleg footage from the tour, the Hot in the Shade tour, and it's just all like footage. A lot of it looks like it's shot from like a roadie or something, and
yeah, it's like a lot of like. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say it can be tedious to sit and watch it all, but there's lots of stuff on this. I think it's called Exposed 2 because I think some of this footage was being filmed for maybe like if they were going to make an official Exposed 2 release.
Yeah,
but then I think a lot of this stuff wasn't used.
That's what I had heard.
And then I threw in here too the making of Hide Your Heart video.
Oh, cool.
So that's actually outtakes and behind the scenes stuff from the making of the Hide Your Heart video. Again, it's kind of tedious to watch because a lot of it's just filming the band and they're just kind of standing around waiting for their cues.
There's like a part where they're like interviewing Eric's car and he's like eating a sandwich or something like that. It's just like very just like boring footage.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a huge Kiss fan, it's kind of fun to watch some of this stuff, but it could be tedious or boring for somebody who's only kind of sort of into Kiss, I guess.
It's like the same thing with the Beatles fans. That's what they want, the whole full edit of the Get Back, because, you know, Peter Jackson edited out, gosh, I don't know how many hours worth. Everybody wants the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think Disney's going to do it. It's out there. I mean, it exists.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
Yeah, Martin's asking about the...
Yeah, what's he talking about?
I think he's talking about the channel with all that footage that was never circulated being released. Mm-hmm. We kind of talked about it earlier, but I don't know the inside scoop of what's going on there. But if you look at the videos and read the descriptions that the individual who's uploading the videos is putting on them, the individual seems to be targeting a certain person who I guess was affiliated with Kiss or somehow was affiliated with this footage, and they seem to be targeting that individual. I don't know all the behind the scenes stuff. I don't want to speculate because I don't know any of the information, but I've read stuff online. I don't know how accurate the online stuff is. There's plenty of articles I've read. Supposedly, according to these articles, this individual was sold a bill of goods about this footage that they were paying a lot of money for exclusive footage, and then found out it was being sold elsewhere as well. And then they became, I guess, disgruntled and started uploading it to get back at the seller. That's what I've heard, and that's what's in those news articles. I don't know how accurate that is.
I'm sure Mark knows everything, Nick. I'm sure he knows about everything. He's tapped in.
If you look at the description for the 1992 Pro Shot, the description is "Reel 2 missing because Kurt Gooch ate it."
Yeah.
So I think it's obvious who they're kind of targeting in all of this.
What so Martin's asking about grails that are only on physical bootleg but not on YouTube. Everything you see on that individual's channel, those are all examples of what you're asking about.
Yeah.
What is left that exists, we can only speculate about. So I've heard some stuff, I think from New Orleans Creatures era. I think somebody said there was cameras there that night. I don't think anybody's ever seen footage of that. There has been a lot of... Sorry.
All 15 people that were at that show, probably.
Yeah. 44 people. There's speculation that they had filmed a special for Japan in 1978, and that's been I think that's one of the big Holy Grail shows is Japan 78. But I don't know if that exists. I don't know if it was filmed. That's just one that I've seen. Like a lot of people ask about that one, and it's talked about a lot. So
Japan 78.
Yeah, apparently they played 3 dates in Japan in 78, and I think people claim that they were filmed for like a Japanese television special.
Yeah.
But that footage is never circulated in bootleg circles I've been in.
I think the most known one from Japan is wasn't there one where it's the Love Gun stage, but they still have the Destroyer costumes?
Sorry, say that again.
Love Gun stage with Destroyer costumes?
I'm almost certain that there is a show out there where it's the Love Gun stage, but they still have the Destroyer Rock and Roll Over costumes because the album didn't come out yet. I'm almost certain that show is from Japan.
Maybe.
I think for some reason I think it's the one that was the HBO special.
The 77 show, the afternoon and the night show, I think those were the HBO specials.
Yeah.
And not one of those was just released. But yeah, that's the Rock and Roll Over era. Is there any physical... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say what he said to you guys on any physical stuff that you haven't seen on YouTube. The Largo shows are sometimes hard to find on YouTube because I have those on DVD. I have the Largo 79 shows on DVD, but every time I feel like they pop up on YouTube, they're always taken down immediately.
Yeah. I probably have some stuff that's just not on YouTube, but it's not rare, if that makes sense. Like if you're in the bootleg trading circles, you can probably find it, but it might not necessarily exist on YouTube because maybe it was put up and then maybe it was taken down. But most of the stuff you can probably find on YouTube.
Yeah. And a hit show.
Nick owns a hit show I haven't seen online. I was there.
Yeah.
Nice, Nick.
Picture Peter with the teardrop added to his face paint.
I think I have seen that picture.
He did that. He did that for his. He did that for like the last string of tours he did for the last string of shows he did with the band on the Psycho Circus farewell tour, whatever it is you want to call it.
Yeah, that might have actually even been 2003 when he did that.
Yeah.
When they did the Kiss Aerosmith tour.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like any video of it, but I know I think I've seen pictures. I think there may be a picture in his book.
I've never seen any pictures of that.
I'm pretty sure I have. I don't know if I've seen footage of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
83. I would have to go get my book for that to see.
I don't have any footage of that.
Yeah. If they did, like I said, I'd be able to look it up in that Kissology Forever book. Actually,
I had shown these earlier, but these are the Lick It Up shows that I have from 83, 84. So these are the ones that I have from Lick It Up. And then if it was Creatures, I definitely don't have it. Here's my Creatures stuff here that I was showing earlier. Mostly Brazil and then Montreal and then the media collection. So the Montreal thing was, I think, 83.
Okay, what about this one? Does anybody have proof that Kiss played Making Love on the VH1 Rock Honors?
No. I don't know. I wasn't even aware of that. Yeah, like I know they play Love Gun, and I think they do Rock and Roll Night, but I didn't know if they played Making Love or not.
Well, since you mentioned VH1, I do have a VH1 set, but I don't think it has the Rock Honors thing on there. It's got When Kiss Ruled the World, Beyond the Makeup, and the Ultimate Albums, Kiss Alive. It's just a set of those documentaries they had done. So I have that. Another interesting thing I have that Martin might find interesting is there was a string of unofficial released DVDs. Not necessarily bootleg, but they were actually sold in stores. So I have a bunch of these Kiss DVDs here. Some of them I've even ordered like off of, one or two of them came from Amazon. But you'll see, I actually bought these in stores. This one's called Rock and Roll Legends, and you see it doesn't use the Kiss logo necessarily. And it's mostly, there's no musical performances, no Kiss music in it. And it's mostly just like random interviews from like news stations and stuff like this. But I've got a whole bunch of them. Some of them have the Kiss makeup on the front, but not the Kiss logo. But these were actually sold in stores. I bought these.
I've seen those before.
Yeah. This came from Amazon. This one.
And some of those you can like find on like some of the streaming services. They'll have them. They'll, like Tubi and like Amazon Prime. But
Yeah.
somebody in the chat had asked if Kiss played the Superdome on '83. They did. It was February 14th, 1983. The show was advertised as the Mardi Gras Eve Spectacular. The concert was broadcast on a video screen rigged high above the stage, indicating that it may have been archived. Superdome holds 23,000 people and only 10,000 people. 10,430 tickets are sold.
Yeah, Peter made a mistake. It's 83. Yeah.
Yeah, so these
Can't keep up with the damn comments.
are interesting just because they're unofficial, but they were sold at places like Zellers if you live in Canada. I think I bought a lot of these for like $3 or $5.
Okay, try this one. Did Gene breathe fire at Cadillac High School?
Oh,
He apparently was asked not to spit blood, but fire? I don't know.
I don't know.
I would
You're
just
testing our knowledge.
Yeah, I would just my parents were at the Kiss Unplugged.
So your parents like hardcore Kiss fans or something?
They are.
I'll be darned.
I'll have to send you pictures of their basement. It's essentially like a museum.
I had no idea.
Yeah. They are the reason why I am the way that I am.
Wow, you're a lucky kid.
So somebody mentioned Kiss Unplugged just now. Here's
Look, I need you experts to get that making love.
I would be willing to do a
crap,
whole episode where Martin just asked us all these like Kiss myths and urban legends.
The pressure you get from Pop-Off, it's amazing.
I feel honored, if anything.
So here's my uncut bootleg of Kiss Unplugged. So it has all of the outtakes and stuff like this from the MTV performance.
Yeah.
It's 2 discs. And then here's the unplugged rehearsals that I have.
I love the country version of God of Thunder from the
Man.
So somebody mentioned Unplugged. And then I have all of those, like I said, convention tour stuff where they do unplugged stuff.
Yeah.
But that was the actual MTV Kiss Unplugged.
That's cool. Damn, you got some.
I've got lots, yeah. I've got lots. Animalized Live.
Amazing.
I think this is a rip of the Laserdisc version, which I think is the highest quality version or something like this.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, because for some reason the only version of the Kiss Animalized DVD is the only version you can find is in Spanish.
And then here's the media collection version.
It's
So
nice.
cool. It's got a bunch of stuff on it.
And I just
Interviews
greatly
and stuff.
appreciate the dedication. How partial were all those Elder performances in the first Kiss cruise in 2011?
Didn't Ace do Dark Light?
Ace
think he
did
did.
Dark Light. Ace did Dark Light in 2018
Mm-hmm.
on the Kiss cruise, and that was pretty cool. Despite the fact that he kept messing up the lyrics. But I believe in 2011 when they did the partial Elder performances, they did Some of I maybe.
Here's one you might like, Martin. Shock Rockers. Unofficial. It's just interviews with Motley Crue, Black Sabbath, Kiss. And a bonus feature with Winger. I think I got this at Zellers for $3, Martin.
That's what we need is to have your son get footage of the Kiss Cave.
I will sell this to you, Martin, for $5 if you want it. I bought it for $3 from Zellers, but I'll sell it to you for $5.
The Kiss
Shock
Cave.
Oh my god.
Look, I need
How did-
answers,
I have a
not
question
pictures.
I have a question for Martin.
Yeah,
How did they
go
put
ahead.
something out without Motley Crue's permission on DVD?
Well,
Nikki Sixx must have gone after them for that, no?
I don't know.
Martin's kind of like J. Jonah Jameson. I need those pictures of Spider-Man right now.
It's brutal. The
Yeah.
Kiss Cave, though.
I am trying to go and take a visit there soon, so I will film the video. I'll do like a crib style video.
Martin has no idea on that Motley Crue situation.
I remember one of the first bootlegs I watched. It was called Kiss Evolution. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Marco. It was called Kiss Evolution. I think it was from like it was kind of like the one that you'd mentioned. It's from like 73 to 79. Like the very last thing that's on the tape is clips from the Mike Douglas. Not Mike Douglas. Who did they do the interview with for Dynasty? Why am I drawing a blank right now?
The Tomorrow Show with Tom Snyder.
The Tom Snyder show. But I remember that, like, and that was my exposure to a lot of the.
No drums. We're not on the live.
It was a drum machine. They just told Peter not even to bother. How much, if any, drums were done on? It's that's obviously a known thing that
No drums were.
No. Did you
not on a
like
live
the Homecoming Bonfire by?
I don't know, Martin, but here's some more pictures.
Boy, he's got a lot of good questions.
This is really early stuff.
No drums for sure.
I understand that all the drums on Alive, that's the only thing that was any good were Peter's drums on Alive. That's it.
And
Martin, I don't get to hold
brags
pictures
about that.
I don't get to hold stuff up a lot, Martin. Why are you sabotaging this?
I like it.
This has got some. This is early '73 and '74 stuff, and it's got
I'd love
a cool
to see that.
Toronto TV special thing on here from 1974. Live at Coventry, 1973. There's some really old stuff on here. Long Beach, 74. There's that footage from Detroit today was 74.
What?
Did Gene get with the lead cheerleader?
Did Gene get what? What?
There are pictures of him hounding this one. I don't know if he's joking, but there is this one picture where he's like with this cheerleader, and he talked about kind of trying to pursue her, but
Well, of course he was.
Yeah, but given the possible age difference at the time, I don't know if
Martin
legally,
is on fire tonight.
Was Ace Home Studio state of the art? He originally lived in New York, and then he moved Ace in the Hole up to Connecticut. But Ace in the Hole I don't think it exists anymore. I'm pretty sure he had sold the house in the studio where that was located.
That's where he recorded The Elder, right? While Kiss recorded. Where was Kiss, in Toronto?
Kiss was in Toronto, yes. And he refused to travel, so he's like, I'm just going to record everything from my.
Yeah.
It was an underground studio. That's why he called it Ace in the Hole. So.
Star's got something to say.
Even Peter Criss doesn't want to be Peter Criss.
What do you mean? Peter Criss is great. And
there's film and pictures, and she was interviewed.
Oh,
okay.
Oh God, here we go. And then
when Ace quit, did he really have a performance work hampering car accident, or is that an excuse? Was his boozing at very bad point? Painkillers too.
I don't know.
Well, yeah. There's the story that he talks about in the Rock Soldiers video. This Rock Soldier song. He got into a car accident. I believe it was in.
He got into a couple. I think.
Was that when he wrecked his DeLorean, or was that before?
Yeah, because he got into a car accident when they were recording Hotter Than Hell, and there is a picture of them from the Hotter Than Hell photo sessions where he only has makeup on half of his face.
Right. Yeah.
Because he had gotten into the car accident. So, but yeah, he'd gotten into a couple of them. I know the worst one was, I believe, in '78. I think. Don't quote me on that.
Maybe.
No, that's 84, right? We're talking 80, 81.
I don't know.
Probably. He was also.
It's probably in that Elder book.
Yeah,
well,
he's also
Ace quit in '83. He's actually interestingly, he's in like this Creatures media set I have.
Yeah, that's the weird thing.
There's promo videos of them in like Italy and stuff, and he's miming to I Love It Loud and stuff.
Hey Ernesto, how's it going? Nice to see you show up. So he was driving a 914, one of those little Porsche 914s.
Lucky's alive.
Kiss sues Casablanca for not paying with royalties. Had they in fact burned through royalties?
Good question.
Wow, man, you're really putting us to work.
Man.
He knows because he knows that me and Marco were doing the video, and we put a lot of effort into research and stuff like that.
I know Martin's just, his little fingers are just typing like crazy.
Is Vinnie Vincent on the cover all part of an official?
Yeah, there's no official releases. I think the closest thing to an official release is they have the clips from Brazil on the Kissology, but like they've never released anything in full officially. There's very little that exists with Vinnie, aside from that. And then I know there's clips from the first show that they did without makeup that's on Kissology as well, right? From I think that was another show that was from Brazil, or
Yeah, no, this is the Rio show. No, sorry, this is Sao Paulo. So this is
Okay.
unofficially released Vinny stuff from Creatures. It's kind of pro shop, but the quality's not the greatest. And then there's the Rio De Janeiro show, which was on Kissology. So this was officially released by Kiss.
yeah.
And
Partially
this is,
of it though. It's only like 3 or 4 songs. Like I know the video starts at the middle of
Oh.
Creatures of the Night.
Yeah.
What? Getting spam, kids.
Oh no. Let's see.
That's all right. I blocked it.
Yeah, this one, the Rio show, again, this is one that I had burned and printed the cover, but then later some more footage had surfaced of some more songs. Like, I don't, like, God of Thunder's on here, but I think there's actually 1 or 2 more songs on here than is listed on the set list. I don't know, but I heard that Paul and Gene were not allowed to go to Eric's funeral. Like, they had
Yeah,
a
that's-
big falling out right before he passed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know
I
if they
remember
paid
when
for
we-
it or not.
When we did the I remember when we did the Hot in the Shade episode, we had talked about how like Eric was convinced that he was going to get kicked out of the band because by that time Paul was already playing with Eric Singer on his solo stuff. So like a rift between Eric and Paul at least had started at least in like 88, 89 from what I understand.
Mm. So, Ernesto, did you mean Anton Fig was in that car crash in the 914?
Yes, I believe he was
Okay.
actually.
Okay.
Um,
Getting caught up. Thanks for that. I mean the album cover. I don't know. Getting backed up every time I look in.
Oh, gotcha, Martin. Did they ever release Creatures with Vinny on the cover officially? I don't think so.
Oh, no. There's tons of
No, well,
there's tons of like bootleg ones that are claimed to be official on eBay that are all fake.
yeah, they've never really put it out.
Yeah.
Did Gene spit blood, breathe fire on the first non-makeup shows?
He definitely breathed fire at non-makeup shows.
Yeah, the blood has become like an urban legend at this point. Any book you read, you'll hear people that say they remember it, and then you'll say people be like that never happened. So I don't think we'll ever know.
Never know for sure.
I love how this has turned into like a Kiss Q&A.
It is. They were there in both locations. I can't keep up with it. That's the problem. Is there any part of the Super Bowl pregame performance faked?
Probably.
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
doubt it. I'd have to go
Isn't-
back and watch it, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Martin says it's all South America. Well, there is a Montreal show that was audience shot by famous bootleggers from Quebec, Montreal. They film shows in Quebec and Montreal.
Any footage of Vinny using the Jimmy Page style bow? Did he
Interesting
pull a
question.
Jimmy Page?
No, I don't.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not aware
like
of that.
That's the thing. Like aside from the Creatures stuff, like I don't know what your Lick It Up collection looks like, but I have never really seen like any like non-makeup Vinny bootlegs. I've heard bootlegs, but I've never seen anything.
Mhm.
Where
I
did
don't-
my Lick It Up
I
stuff
think the
go?
whole SB performance was taped. That was the performance where Ace was like, "I'll show up, but only if you pay for an extra seat that I can put my guitar next to him." Yeah, he was making crazy demands by that time.
I do have Lick It Up bootlegs. I showed them earlier. All my
Yeah,
stuff is a huge mess.
Okay.
I don't know where it is now.
Okay, so I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, here's something cool I can show too. Kiss Meets the Phantom. So this is I think this is the Laserdisc version, and there's actually multiple
I've never
discs.
seen that.
There's some footage from the Magic Mountain performance on here.
Yeah.
And then I have a Detroit Rock City set as well. It has like I think interviews and stuff like that.
I had no idea that Kiss Meets the Phantom was out on Laserdisc. I've never seen one.
That's from what I understand.
To answer Martin's question, I have never heard that if Bruce was singing on Every Time I Look at You. How many of those DVDs do you got, Marco?
A lot.
A lot.
I've showed a lot. I still haven't showed all of them.
He's certifiable on this.
At least 100, I think.
At least 100.
Yeah, I think at least 100.
We're an ace back. It's
gonna play without an ace in his deck.
Ace is slipping and a sliding and drinking and driving.
Bret's favorite movie. I had this on VHS. I wore the tape out.
I know. I wore that VHS out to death as well that my parents had, and then a couple years ago I had finally bought it. I found it on eBay because the only version that's officially released was the international version, which is terrible because they take out all the great scenes and it's all the Ace stuff. Like all of Ace's one-liners are not in that version. So the bootleg version of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park is definitely the far more superior one compared to the one.
Star, I have a question. In the Kiss Cave, do you have the Laserdisc of the Phantom?
They don't. They do not have that.
Well, no. I thought the Kiss Cave would have had it.
Why did they break ties with Bob Ezrin after starting with him on Psycho Circus?
Good question. I think he was. Didn't he have known drug substance misuse problems?
I don't know if it was still going on at that time, but I know that's why Paul blames the Elder for being the way it is, because as he put it in the documentary, Bob was a functioning.
Good. Star, report back. Once you get that, report with your son and let me know.
Did Bruce Fairbanks go to New York on Psycho Circus and did any of the extra recording mixing there?
Good question. I don't know.
Martin's got a lot of good questions.
Yeah. Like I said, I think we just need to do a video with Martin where he just asks us questions and we try and answer them, which is what this has become.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Your mom says we're working on it. I'm sure she is.
Okay.
Got signed guitars, bass, stage played guitars. Wow, you're hardcore. Here we go.
That was about childhood friend.
It was about
Is he trolling the internet and just picking stuff out to ask?
I had always heard that it was about Gene reading in the newspaper about finding out that a friend killed himself. But then I had also read that he just saw a story in the newspaper and he just used that to write the song. So it's the funny thing about history is that you can ask 5 different people one question and get 5 different answers.
Yeah, so Martin, to answer your question about the teardrop, because you won't let that go for some reason, I just Googled it and I found an image of him with a teardrop, and it looks like it's from a live show. And I think Peter and Gene even didn't they say that or complain? Didn't one of them complain about that in their book, that he had put a teardrop or something?
I know Peter talks about it in his book. He did it out of protest because it was towards the end of his time with the band and everything like that.
Yeah, Grant, Google it and show the picture.
Looking. I'm looking.
We're getting it for you, Martin. You're going to see a teardrop here. It actually looks really good, unless that was edited. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm almost certain there's a picture of it in his autobiography, but I.
Oh, I think this is it.
It's a little silver drop, right?
Yeah.
He did a really good job with it.
All right, popping it up. One moment. Holy crap, look at all these graphics. Oh my goodness.
Martin's asking a question about the Peter's drumming. But I had mentioned earlier, I actually have a show. I have a footage of the show that Peter couldn't play and his roadie sat in with makeup. And I think that was the Columbus, Ohio 97 show. I actually have that on DVD.
Hold on.
Man, my room's a mess now.
Why won't it? Hold on.
What's that called?
I have it, but it won't. It's not saving it with something that I can bring it up with.
Oh, here's my Lick It Up set again. Somebody's
Oh, okay.
asking about Vinny earlier.
Yeah, that
It's
yeah.
all
that
Lick It Up.
that was-
Quebec. Audience shot. Madrid. This one again, it's pro shot, but the quality's pretty poor. It's on YouTube though.
Oh, really? Okay, I'd have to take a look now.
Here it is, right here. Is that what you want?
That looks
Is
interesting.
that it?
Now is that real or doctored?
I always thought he had it lower, like right below, like where the point is, like right on top of the whisker part. But that could be real.
It said it was on the last show.
Yeah, I think that was the show where he destroyed his drum set as well.
I think it's real. It doesn't look doctored to me. And that's Gene only cares about one person himself. Yeah. Any, of course, well, I can't see you guys because now I popped that up over everybody. Any good clips of Peter Chris slung down?
Yeah, I'm sure if you look at the footage from the 2000s, maybe.
Yeah, Martin said that tear doesn't look right. Well,
Here's all my farewell tour footage. 2000.
I found another one with the tear, and the tear's in the same spot.
Phoenix 2000. Anaheim 2000. Probably these videos, The Last Kiss, the pay-per-view. You probably see Peter not playing the greatest.
Goodness gracious. Star, how many Kiss cruises have you been on? What happened to Bret? Ryan's gonna kill me. What's the story of Monsters, all the love and rock and roll songwriting being attributed to Paul?
Here's a show from the Monster Tour.
Oh my God, Star's been to 7 cruises. Holy crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of Kiss Cruise footage.
Was the Kiss cruise in October 2011 one of the very first rock cruises?
Was it the
one of
first one? I don't know if it was the first
I don't
one. I
know.
don't think it was the first one. I think there was...
Star, is that the first one ever?
My parents didn't start going until a couple years later, so
Your mom said you've been to went on 7, or they have.
yeah, they've been on a bunch of them, and I finally got to help. Yeah.
Ah, wow.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, good. You better get that in writing. A lot can happen.
Yeah, I've made a mess of my room now.
Yeah.
Well, sorry to hear that. Oh, is there a cat?
Yeah, that's my cat. Go on,
Well,
Jeffrey.
kids,
Oh,
have we done it?
Let me just show... Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're all right. Go ahead.
I'll just show this for Martin. You might appreciate this. I have the Mr. Moto sets on DVD as well. So all 8 of the Mr. Moto movies on 2 different DVD sets. So Martin might appreciate that. Mr. Moto, Peter Lorre, an old favorite. Anybody remember Mr. Moto or no?
I do.
Yeah.
Now I'm finished.
Yeah.
So what has Paul ever said about the Tough Dart song?
I have no idea what he's talking about. What's, do you know, Marco?
Nice, I give 0 Fs.
I don't think Martin likes Mr. Moto.
Duff Darts was an American punk rock band. They were one of the
Mm-hmm.
first bands to establish the audience at the CBGBs.
Did they do a song from The Elder when you went on the cruise with this, Bret?
They did World Without Heroes on the acoustic set when the boat set sail. And then Ace did Dark Light twice.
Nice.
I would have loved it. Well, I think isn't there footage of him doing Dark Light somewhere on the internet?
Yeah,
From the
because he
cruise.
started doing that more after that, from what I understand.
Well, when I saw him in 19, and then I saw him this last fall, he didn't play it. I wish he would have.
Yeah.
He just plays the same old shit he always plays.
Sire
78, covered by Ram Jam, same song.
Oh, All for the Love of Rock and Roll. Okay.
I thought that was an Eric Singer song.
Yeah, that's from I think that's
Probably.
that's from Monster.
One of them, yeah.
It's not a good song, but because All for the Glory's from Sonic Boom.
Weird that he had 2 songs that started with all for the something on
Yeah.
both of those albums. Weird.
Because they had, I think it was because the exclusive deal with Kmart. That's why. Where's that from? No, wait, New York.
New York, yeah, Madison Square
What-
Garden.
What date?
It says Madison Square Garden. Normally they have dates on these things.
I was at that show.
October 10th, 2009.
I had floor seats and I showed up wearing I had Peter makeup.
I'll watch
yeah.
it and I'll look out for you.
I went to 2 nights. The night before was at Nassau Coliseum, and then I went again the next night at the Garden. Those are great shows.
Oh yeah, there's two DVDs here. Maybe there's 2 shows here. I don't know.
Maybe, or it's a long set. It's also a long set too, because they were still doing the Alive 35 stuff mixed in with the Sonic Boom set list.
Yeah, I saw the Alive 35 tour. I think I actually have a show from that too. Oh, this is cool. I didn't show this. This is a bootleg version of all the best quality of their music videos.
Oh,
Like in
that's
DVD
cool.
quality. So all of their music videos are here. And again, I think this one ends at Psycho Circus, and it says Rock and Roll All Night 02. But it's actually more updated than that. This actually has like Fire and Water with Paul Stanley and Ace and stuff like that. So there's more, but this is all of their music videos in this set. And it also has a little thing here that I added in there, all of their commercials.
I love that.
So like all the old promo reels and commercials, like the 78, what was that set they put out in 78? Double Platinum.
Yeah.
The Double Platinum commercial with, I think it has the
With Double
outtakes.
Platinum.
I think it even has the outtakes with oh my god, my brain.
Neil Bogart. He keeps
Neil
fucking
Bogart.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember seeing those. I saw that footage is also on the Kiss My Ass video where they're showing clips from the filming of that commercial. Is there some annoying auto tune on Sonic Boom? Yes, there is. There are songs and you can kind of tell with Paul's voice that there is some studio magic going on. Bill O'Coin at pictures. Yeah. I met Bill O'Coin at that Garden show. That's gold.
Ask Gene. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought, wasn't Alive like quadruple platinum or something?
I'm gonna check right now.
Or just wasn't certified.
I don't know. Gene's
It's
probably too
Alive.
tight to spend the money to.
It was certified. Yeah, it was only certified gold in the United States, which is crazy because I feel like by this point it'd be way beyond that, but I guess they just aren't bothering to go back and count it. So who is the 100 times more?
Maybe.
Well, if he wants the footage, he can just come knock on my door anytime he wants.
Yeah. There may be a lawsuit in hand.
Yeah,
you know,
I've
This is flipping amazing.
I've incriminated myself now.
Nah.
I don't sell any of this stuff. This is just for my collection.
Yeah, you're okay to have it just so you don't sell it.
And that's what my lawyer will tell the judge too.
You can have all you want, just don't sell it. So, there you go. Well, kids, have we done it?
I think
Yeah,
so,
I think so. If you want, you can come back and ask us some more questions on Monday.
Yeah, we may have to reschedule this. Add it to another day.
I guess what I'm asking is who has a 10,000? Marco does.
Marco does.
has 10.
I don't know about 10,000, but I've got a lot.
Yeah, you do have a lot.
I've got-
All right, kids, I'm going to wind this up, and I'm going to go over and talk some U2.
Are they waiting for you over there?
Oh, yeah. But they'll keep going. Todd's over there and Davey, that'll be fine.
Oh, here's my live Cobo Hall 76, all 3 nights. There you go. Time to end.
That's
with.
all I got. Just go get.
We'll have to circle back, Martin, with you on this.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have been taking notes so you know what research you need to do.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch this later and figure out.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Well, we're done. I want to thank Marco and Bret. And Marco, you may need to see somebody about this because you're sick. You're a sick man.
Look at all the vinyls you got.
Yeah, but I bought all that when it was cheap.
Well, no, I didn't pay for most of this. I just paid
Okay.
for the cases and printing the sleeves.
All right, well, you got me beat. But anyway, this is a lot of fun. Thanks for everybody doing comments. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks
for
again.
having me as
Thanks,
well.
Martin, for popping in. Thanks, Greg. Oh, great. Yes, Star. You probably love to have all that. Ernesto, hey, thanks for dropping in. And Nick, thanks for dropping in too. I don't know where you went, but we appreciate it. All right, boys. Well, I'm turning off this dog. Please like, subscribe, check out Contrarians, subscribe, like, and all that. You can see Bret over on the Contrarians. Yeah, he did make, not all of them.
Oh, the DVDs. Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. A lot of these cases I had gotten based on colors, and I color coded them, and then I printed the sleeves. Some of the sleeves some of the covers I actually made and designed. Not this one, but some of them.
You used InDesign?
No, I use an online program, Pixel R or something like this. It's
Yeah, all
free,
the stuff
but
that
it's,
I do, it's InDesign and Photoshop.
yeah, it's basically Photoshop, but it's free online.
Cool.
I use that.
All right, boys. Good night, everybody. Everybody have a good night, and we'll.
Take care, everybody.
We may have a part 2. God knows we have to follow up with Martin now. Very cool. See you, Martin.
Bye.
Take care, guys.